because that had to go through the diocese first.
Okay.
And then once it went through the diocese, it was brought to the parish, which is Corpus Christi. Once it hit the parish brought it to the Preservation Society, and then we proceeded from that point.
And they have agreed to this idea that if you get that amount of money, 225,000, that they will keep it open.
Yes. And we were 3 years in the works on that. The shape that the church is in is masses have ceased here, meaning just the mass on the weekends have ceased here. All other activity is able to still carry on here. So we still have weddings, we still have funerals, we still have Bible studies, we still have adoration, we still have prayer groups, we still have graduation parties, quinceaneras, baptisms. All of those are able to still take place. So what the situation from those are a solid part of it. Parishioners have made choices of either going into other parishes in Council-Bluffs. There's a couple that have gone over to Neola. There are some that do not go at all because it has really hit them hard. So they watch Mass on television because they're waiting for the door to open. And then some do go into Omaha, which is not what the diocese wanted, because that's a whole separate diocese and a whole separate state. So that's not what they wanted, and what they're hoping is that we can kind of pull some of the people back, not necessarily just because of we won't have a Mass, but just to pull the people back to saying it is still a parish. And that's where some of the thought process is it's not a parish. You've eliminated part of it. And so people can get a little bit agitated at times. And so with the parish, that has been quite a situation. We have virtually had a different priest every year. That doesn't help a situation. And it makes it real difficult for people to grasp on, because you may have grasped onto the priest that was 3 years ago and said, he's not here anymore. The current pastor, the priest, Father Luis Mejia, has only been here a little over 3 months, and he is an outgoing person, and he strives real hard to work to see how we can bring a parish together. Because for 10 years, no repairs have been made to this building. And there are various situations in those regards, and not knowing yes, not knowing no, just that riding the fence doesn't always do anything worthwhile. It can be a huge hindrance. And so we know some of the outside windows, that wood is 115 years old. It has now rotted. It should have been taken care of 10 years ago, and it didn't happen when we had first brought it to the attention. And that is something that takes place when you're merging everything together, because I understand these things from a business aspect, because I was in the business world for many years. We'll just make it go for a while. It'll just keep operating. It'll be fine. And all at once it all comes to a head. And when that happens, you go,